Okay, so let's continue with division. Now, let's say we have 3 to the 4th over 3 to the negative 2. So I'm just going to use the shortcut following the rule of dividing. Keep the base. We keep the base, in this case 3, and we subtract the exponent. So exponent 4, and be careful right here, and exponent negative 2. We learned that double negative becomes positive, so this is the same as 3 to the power of 4 plus 2, which is 3 to the power of 6. That's if you do it following the rule that says keep the base, and subtract the exponents. You end up with 4 plus 2, which gives you 3 to the power of 6. Also, remember I said that you could turn your division into a multiplication. So I'm going to do the same question right here, the exact same one, and you decide which way is easier for you. So I'm going to turn this division into multiplication. I keep the top number, I multiply, and when I put this to the top, since it's negative, now it's going to become positive. And this is multiplication. Keep the base, add the exponents, and you get the same thing as we did before. On the top one, on the top example right here, I did the same thing. I subtracted the power on the top with the power on the bottom. As you can see, it is exactly the same as this. The difference on the bottom is that when you bring the negative 2 to the top, it becomes positive, which is the same thing as this double negative right here. This is the same thing. All right, so you guys try the next one. I'm going to give you another one. Say you have y to the power of 6 over y. Let's make this a negative. Y to the power of negative 6 and y to the power of negative 3. Okay, we'll pause the video. You can pause the video. You try it first on your own and then check your work. Okay, so the top one is y to the negative 6. And I'm going to bring this one up to turn this into multiplication. And since it's negative, when you cross the fraction line, your sign switches to the opposite, which is positive. Now the division became a multiplication. See that? Now you're multiplying. So when you multiply, keep the base, add the exponents. Negative 6 plus 3. Signs are different. That will give you negative 3. So my answer here will be y to the power of negative 3 or 1 over, remember we can rewrite this on the bottom and it becomes positive 3. So this right here is exactly the same thing as this. On the first one, we have y to the power of negative 3. If you bring this down, it becomes positive, but they have the same value. They are exactly the same. Okay, now let's try another one. So let's say you have m to the 4th and m to the negative 5. Okay, you can pause the video, try it on your own, and then check if you got this correct. Division, I'm going to turn it into multiplication. So m to the 4 is on the top. I'm going to multiply that by, remember this one's going to go up and it's going to become the opposite sign, 5. Multiplication of powers, keep the base, add the exponents. Keep the base, and 4 plus 5 is 9. And remember, if they say write your answer in two different forms, that is exactly the same thing as if it's on the top positive, if you put it down, it becomes negative. So this is exactly the same thing as this. All right?